Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Stumpy. I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear and see me. Well, here I am. As you'll see throughout my videos, I only have one arm. I do have disabilities. I've had several heart attacks, but let's get on. And I just can't put up with it because I've got to be doing something, just like you do. And while I was ill, I watched you guys hours on end, like you do, I think sometimes. And I want to make a go of it. This is my first one. So right, little bit about me. I've been in the trade for around about 45 years. Cars, lorries, bodywork, yep, tried it all, even other jobs, yep. So I'm gonna go because I have retired within the last 2 years and I've been at a loss, missing things, but luckily I've got a fantastic workshop. As you'll see as we go through the videos, if you come on the journey with me, I want to share things with you. I want to do things in my shed and let you share it, and I hope you enjoy it. It's mostly two-stroke small engine stuff. Anyway, I've got a brilliant wife that supports me, does loads for me. She's my right hand, if you like. But I've also got children, but I've got a little 11-year-old boy. He loves me to death, I love him to death, don't we all? And he's autistic. And I know Bruce and Mick and a few more of you on here know what it's like. They've only got to look at you with that look and you just melt. Give them anything they want. Yes, he's spoiled. Loves coming in the workshop with me. So I let him. He's learnt a lot. He can tell me what parts, but let's get back to what we're doing. Right, today I want to start on a McCulloch 210. McCulloch 210, you say? That's an old one. Yes, but it's got something that I need. It's light and easy to use. I know they're outdated, but I've got a collection of them. And I want to build one good one out of those for myself. Hopefully get the wife to use it. So I'm going to move on. You'll have to excuse the camera, it's a bit sketchy on moving because I only have the one arm. But I'll do the best I can. Let's move on. I'll show you some of them that I broke to get the good parts from and what happened. Right, here we go. Right, you can see the state of the stuff that I took to bits. No joke. I've had it in me back stores for a long time. Elderly gentleman from down the road brought me one a few weeks ago, and he said, "Pete, if you want this, you can have it." I've had it in the shed. I bought a new one. It started to rattle. It was getting old, hard to start. Well, not surprising, is it? Look at this, lads. You all know what that is. You see it? Really well scored up. My lights are a bit bright, I'm afraid. Not got used to it yet, doing it. But well scored up, there you go. And the barrel, where are we? That was the barrel. Let's see if we can get you to see in there at all. Not doing so well. I think you can just see one of the scars going up the side there. The other side, just as bad, you can't quite see it. But next thing is the exhaust that came off it. Where have I put that? There we go. As you probably know, a lot of you, these are held on with springs, that's all. Well, the one that was on the engine I've just showed you, look at that, totally destroyed. Now that's the side that goes against the block. Spark arrestor still there. That was still fine when I took it off. Where's the pot gone? What did I do with it? Here it is. You can even see, where am I showing? Not that one, is it? Here we go. There we go. That one. The hole is oval that it was over. The corners have been ground off with it. Look, that's how far it had come off into the strimmer. And believe it or not, that's still run. What a struggle. Hell of a job to start. I've done it with a drill, to be honest. And that was the worst one. This one has got scars, but it wasn't too bad. It was still running quite well. That's the better pot. It's not, that's a lie. That's the better pot. But they've all got something wrong with them. So I put all these to one side. You can see where the spark arrestor had been rubbing inside there really badly. But you can see I'm not used to this, can't you? But we're getting there. Right. Crankcases, they're usually okay. 99 times out of 100 you won't find a problem with them. Very rarely do I get one that's really bad or got a little bit of movement in them. Coils, I had quite a job to find one out of my batch. I've got to be honest, every one was like this. Damaged, rubbed out. I mean, I could still get away with them, but what's the point? I want a good one for myself. Right, we'll put this away and then I'll come back with the bits that we're going to use and what I've got up to so far. Right, here. Right, these are the parts that I've chose. As you can see, really well looked after, really good parts. Out of the myriad of bits that I've got, everything's good. That piston and pot hasn't got a single scratch or mark in it. I can assure you, I don't want to pull the piston out. I've put a new ring in there and it was so hard to get that in. Maybe it's a bit tight, but we'll see when it comes to starting it. Right, Rob, if you're watching, mate, I managed to get hold of a full gasket kit. I know you had some problems the other week. You were doing a McCulloch, but luckily I managed to find, eventually, you know what it's like to find them. I found them at eSpares, and it was only sheer fluke. I've used them before. I use them for my pressure washer stuff, and I find them very good. Right, we've got the coil, not a mark on this one, really good. I don't need to put it up close, I know it's good. Crankcase is beautiful, really clean, it's all oiled up. Yeah, 2-stroke oil, didn't want to put thick stuff in there. New plug. Right, carburetor. Now, we all know what these are. We watch Mick and Bruce and everybody doing these. I will do one just to show you that I do them. Now, the old McCulloch 210 primer, they've got the old brass type little hole primers, valves in them. I've never had no luck with them. So what I do is I get hold of the Walbro WT 973 carburetors and I use the primers off of them, and I use the original carburetors, and as you'll see when I get this going, they work really well and they're a lot better primer. I don't think I've done anything wrong. I think I've found a good shortcut for it. But when we fitted it, you'll see that was the Walbro WT 973 And for the Homelite carburettor, I took the parts off of it because I had some. But if you want to get hold of them, as I said, it's the 973. Right, I will move on and assemble this. I'm sure you're fed up with me talking, but I will let you know what I'm doing on the way through. So let's move on. Okay. Right, I hope you can see from there clearly. I've put it in the vise because, as I explained, not easy with one arm, but we got ways and we got means. So, right, I've put a little bit of polymer blue on there, as you can see. I know Rob from Rob's Small Engines, go over and see him. He got told about the thickness and all that, but I've only put it on there just to hold the gasket because of only having one arm to place the pot on. Right, I'm going to place the gasket on, like I said, the very tiniest amount of paste to hold that in place while I get the pot down and onto it, because it's where it's going to go. Right, now this is a bit awkward, but we can do it. Oh dear, just a moment. There we go, all prepared and ready. Right, now we can put this in and we can slide the con rod. You can see what I'm doing, straight on to the crank, and we can put all this in place. Am I on there? I'll do with you around this side to show me. There we go. Should have had me little boy out here. He's brilliant. But we've got it. We got it in place. We got it there. We're ready to go. Good to go. Right, I've got the bolts. I've also got, which I'm going to show you, is our thread lock. You've got to use them on the cranks, on the head bolts, because they just vibrate out. Oh, this isn't too easy to undo, is it? We'll get there. Put it between the knees. It'll work, promise. Not working. Oh, probably do a mick over here. Oh, I know. Let's cut the top off. Probably what it wants. Oh, that's harder than I thought, but there we go. Yep, look at that. Didn't need that much, but there you go. Let's get the bolts. Just put the tiniest bit on. You don't need a lot. I think that's more than I should have done, but never mind. Put that one into there. They were the right bolts, by the way. I've had them all and checked them all that I was doing the right bolts. There we go. Just drop that into place nicely. There you go. Right, Allen key. Right, what do we want? Let's have a deco. See what we got. It's only a 4.5. I can't see that. Yep, we got it. Not going down though, is it? What's going wrong? Something's not right, is it? I'll have to lift that up. You'll have to excuse me a minute. Everything seems to be right. Something's not going in right. Somebody tell me again in the comments what I've done. I've got the feeling I know, but let's start again. I'm not happy. Why did you move? You were stuck down. Because I'm impatient. That's why. Now let's definitely try again. Yes, I've left the Allen key in, but no worries. Save me picking it up again, won't it? There we go, watch them needle rollers. Oh, what are you doing to me? I'll come back to you in a minute. I think I know what. Well, there you are. You saw that at any rate. I got it on. I've done that. Let's tighten it down. Yes, I'm talking it till my fingers click. I bet Bruce is sat there going, no, and Ken. Never mind Ken. That's the one. Yes, I did tighten them down evenly, but it doesn't always happen, does it? Ooh. Again there. There it is. My thumb clicked. Right. That is that. Maybe that's a bit better. You can see what I've done. Put the pot on, put the piston on. Look at that, caught it. All in there, all nice, all tidy. It is oiled up in there, lubricated, and all on. We can proceed with, I think the next step is, we should put the manifold on. That'll do. Right, manifold. You go on, sorry, wrong way. You go on that way. Look at that, because we know that the little jet hole's up there. Let's find the gasket, the right one. There should be two of you. Yes, there's one in the bag still. Let's tip them all out, make life easy, make a mess. Give me something to clean up tomorrow, won't it? Right, now let's do this. That's the one, look. I will try to put it on without gasket glue this time. There's nothing worse in the manifolds, is it, than having gaskets spent. Right, I have now got to source the 2 screws. There we go. That's not good enough for me. So no, so I know which ones they are. I'm going to get back to you in a minute when I've sorted these bolts out. There you go. Welcome back. Sorry I had to turn the camera off again. I had a bit of a mix up in here. As I know, Bruce would say, clean your shop up, you won't lose nothing. Well, Bruce, I do. I run a pretty tidy shop. I like to think so, but I'm so busy in here. Even when I'm off camera, I'm so busy. If I'm not doing my own stuff, I'm doing something for somebody else. So let's move on with this. Allen key again. Wrong one. Cool. I had the shakes there. I thought I had the right one. Here we go. Cool. I better mix that. They're going to get on with it. Mend It Man's just laughing. Go see Mend It Man and Mixed Mowers. They're very nice lads. Very nice. Tell you anything you need to know. Help you. And I said Bruce. Well, that's Bruce's shop across the pond. Ken Small Engines, another one. Brilliant lads. I go on Mix live chat and watch, and they're absolutely brilliant. They help each other, they know what they're getting up to, and they know what each other's doing. We'll get there in a minute, lads. The fingers clicked again. Must be talked. There we go. Right, now I said I'd do a carburetor. Well, I will do one with you. I don't need to do this one, I'm sure. I did do it. I put a new primer setup on it and everything. That should be all fine. So we'll get round to that now. We'll put that on and see where we go from here. There we go. Goes that way up. Should have another gasket. There we go. All new gaskets. And I've never done that before. It's because you lot are watching me on camera. I've got to do it properly, I think. If I haven't, you tell me. Right. Now we do the carburetor. And I'm going to have to turn the camera off again in a minute because I haven't got some of the stuff ready again. I'm sure you all know what it's like to get nuts and bolts and gaskets and washers and like a choke housing. I haven't even got one to hand. I'll have to go out round the back into the spares shop, or yes, look at that, airboxes McCulloch. How organised. Yeah, I bet you're all laughing at me there, but never mind. I better give that a clean up. I'm not happy with that. I've got to pick up the new filter that I had. I had a new filter, so I'll have to go and find that. This was the choke setup. You've got to be careful because some of these have got this big chunk on the back. I don't know if you can see that. And some haven't, and they get in the way of your fuel lines. Right, that was another job that I sat here last night and done my fuel tank, done my fuel lines, because I'm sure if you do anything, you've all done them or you've watched the others do it. You know what it's like. As this is my first video, I'm just getting through best I can. trying not to keep you hanging around and doing anything too obvious that you already know about. Right, now somebody's going to say I forgot something, and I know I have, and I can't for the life of me think what it is. So I'm going to have to stop for a moment. As many of these as I do, and you probably all know yourselves, you forget. And I've done that, maybe it's my old age, but I'll come back to you in a moment when I've worked out what it is